Hello everyone, my name is General Fancy Pants, and welcome to Armello. This game is a board game slash card game, mostly a board game though. And this episode I'm not actually going to play it, but I am going to go through the different characters that you can play, and also some of the basic rules of the game. It's actually it's simple, but it's complicated, so it took me a little bit to learn, but now that I understand it pretty well, I thought I would be able to record and actually know what I'm talking about. So, so let's start a new game here. And that's fine, it's just I already had a game going, but whatever. These are the different characters, there are 8 of them. There are 2 from each clan, so here's a mouse and here's a mouse. So there's 2 from the rat clan, I guess actually they're rats. So 2 from the rat clan, 2 from the rabbit clan, 2 from the bear clan, and 2 from the wolf clan. And each clan has their own little bonuses to give them assistance during the game. I'm not sure why that's there. That's the dice in the game, but we'll go over that later. But let's kind of go over these characters. So we have Mercurio, and he is a scoundrel. Steal 1. This is his special ability right here. Steal 1 gold from the owner of a settlement when you claim it. Alright, so there's settlements in the game where if you own settlements, you get cash basically every 2 turns. There's a day and night cycle, and every morning you get cash from the settlements. And again, this will all make sense later, but here are the basic stats of the characters, and these will all be different for everybody. So he is a fight, which means that when you attack, you get 4 dice. When he has 5 bodies, so he has 5 hit points, 5 wits, and this determines how many cards you get, plus it affects your actually all of these affect different things. So this gives you it's like for him, can carry a maximum of 5 cards. And then spirit affects your magic, which is how much magic you get per turn each morning, I think it is. So, and again, this will all make sense later on. I just wanted to go through the different stats and things. Okay, so we have Amber. She is a tomb raider. She has a higher chance of finding rewards when exploring, and that's referring to dungeon tiles on the board. And the board is hexagonal shape, so it's kind of like Catan, if you've ever played that, where there's each little square is a hexagon, and I can't remember how many squares are actually in the game, but it's set up around a castle, and the castle is kind of the final objective of the game. So as you can see, her fight is less, and her body is the same, I think. Her wits and her spirit are about equal, or are not about equal, but they are, but she has more spirit than Mercurio. So she has a little bit more magic power, but because of her special abilities, she can find rewards while exploring, which can give her more benefits for her fight, for instance. So she can get boosts elsewhere that kind of make up her lack of fight or lack of other stats. And then we have Zasha. Her fight is 5, or his, I can't tell. That's a girl. Yep, definitely. The eyes. This one is at night. Zasha gains stealth everywhere except for the palace, and the palace is the final stage or final area you want to hit in the game. So basically she's invisible to all the other players in the game at nighttime. So yeah, so she can kind of move around without anybody detecting her. And then there's Barnaby. He's part of the Rabbit clan as well, and he is more of a fighter. He has a fight of 4, which is a little better, and a body of 6, so he has a lot more hit points. Equipping over an item in your inventory will return it to your hand with the cost gain removed. So basically, let's see, equipping over an item in your inventory, return it. Oh, I see, yeah. So he basically gets items for, he can replace them, and then that item will not cost him anything if he re-equips it, I believe, if I remember correctly. And then we have our first character of the Wolf Clan, Thane. He's kind of more the all-around character. 5 fight, 5 body, 3 wits, and 3 spirit. That's pretty much about as all-around as you can get. Next to, I believe, I can't think of her name at the moment, but this lady right here. But he gets sword cards burned in battle, pierce opponents' defenses, and this part I'm not sure about, this burned part. This is the only piece I'm not too familiar. They like explode, and then I don't know, it does something. I'm not sure what it does, but yeah, but that's what his special ability is. Then we have the first character of our Bear Clan, Sana. As you can see, her fight is very, very low, but she has a lot of hit points and she has a lot of magic. So her basically play style would be using a lot of magic cards, and we'll see those cards in a bit. So when fighting a corrupted creature, use spirit in place of fight. And a corrupted creature, there's a mechanic called rot, and you get rot in a couple different ways, and if you get enough of it, you become corrupted, and that's what that's referring to. And then we have the second Bear Clan member is Brune, and he has a little more fight and a little more body, so he's a little bit more like a bruiser type kind of character. Plus 1 fight for each spell cast until the end of your next battle or your end of your turn. So basically, if you throw a bunch of spells out there, his fight will go up for just 1 turn, so that'll give him a benefit in battle. And then we finally, River, that's it. Her name is River. She is pretty equal to, maybe a little bit more so than Thane, only because she has more wits, which is a little more helpful in the game to carry more cards. But she's a huntress. Winter shoots her bow for 1 damage before initiating battle. If her target is killed, she stays her ground until still consumes an action point. So, yeah, so this is basically all the characters. What she does is she shoots an arrow and it takes off a life point off of whoever she's attacking. And so there's different attacks, or there's different strategies you can use to win the game. You can attack people and gain prestige, and which is basically just points that you gain for killing other characters. So I could go after these other 3 and get prestige, as well as this thing called Banes. That's later on. We won't see those until the actual game. So yeah, so in this case we're playing against Zasha, Makiriro, and Sana, and now it's asking me to select these rings, and these rings are actually locked. In the normal game I've just unlocked everything, so I have access to all of it, but usually in the very beginning you just have access to this one, I believe. So, and they're different for each character, so it'd take a while for me to actually go through each character, and maybe what I'll do is just play this game 8 times, maybe, and play each character and then show you each ability that they have in each ring and how you might be able to play them to win. I'm not an expert by any means at this game, but I do win a fair amount of times, but I do lose a fair amount of times as well. But anyway, so I believe, let me just see something here. Yes, okay, so the rings are the same for each clan. So the rings will have a different benefit for the Rabbit clan, the Bear clan, and the Rat clan. So for the wolves, the Sapphire ring gives them stealth on mountains by day and night, so basically they're always stealth on a mountain tile. A Moonstone gets 1 magic for any kill in battle, and which is helpful if you're playing magic or if you want to use magic cards a lot. Gain 1 gold for every kill. That's very nice too. And then this is my favorite one. This is ignore mountain movement penalty. And what you have is you have action points, and you get 3 of them, and mountains take away 2, so that kind of hinders your movement. But with this one, you can just move freely. And then there's a second set of bonuses, and these are for different victory types. So there's a victory type called let's see here, I'm trying to think of which one is which. I think this one is a, oh there it is, this is a prestige win, this one is a rot win, this one was the, I think this was a kill the king, and then this one was, you can either kill the king or you can hit him with spirit stones, which are little power-ups in the game. Sorry, I'm probably not making very much sense right now, but what I'm going to do is just play a couple rounds and just kind of show you guys how the game plays and stuff. So, but we are actually going to go for wit. So this little symbol, they kind of match. So the sword gives you 1 more fight, so I actually have 5 instead of 4. This one gives you more body, so I'd have 6 hit points rather than 5. This one is plus 1 wits, and they're changing over here if you didn't see it. So this is gives you 1 wits, so I'd have 5 instead of 4. So spirit to sorry, you get 4 magic instead of 3. And then these other ones are just different ones you get throughout the game for completing various tasks and things. So like I said, I unlocked everything by playing the game a bunch, so yeah, so it's just a matter of just playing and, you know, just unlocking. This was the hardest one, getting the rot victory. That one took me forever to do. I think I'm going to try and do all the different victories as well, just to show you how potentially it could be done, or maybe a strategy on how to get it done. So yeah, so 1 health at dusk, so that means that you gain a hit point if you don't have any, or if you have like 3 out of 4 whatever, and then you get a hit point back. This one is guaranteed first symbol match in perils, and a peril is sort of an obstacle on certain tiles that you can play on tiles, or other characters can play on tiles, and they can damage you and basically prevent you from getting certain objectives or certain things. So this one is 2 prestige, and that's kind of what I was talking about earlier. You have prestige points based on killing other characters, or completing quests, or completing killing Banes. And this is rot, so you start with 2 rots, so this would be helpful if you're going for a rot victory, because the more rot you have, the stronger you are against other characters who do not have rot. Dig, increased chance of finding spirit stones when exploring dungeons. So if you want to go to a spirit stone victory, which you have to get 4 of them, and then go to the palace and then click on the king and you get a spirit stone victory, so that's helpful. And then sprint, 1 action point after death for your next turn. So that just gives you, if you die, you just get to move faster or more. So I don't really use this one very much. I haven't really found a need for it, but it does help if you're trying to get to a location and there's lots of other characters around and they're constantly killing you. So, but I think I'm gonna go for wits. I want that extra card. It doesn't really matter. I don't think I'm actually gonna finish this game, but we have different characters now. We have Mercurio, Barnaby, and Brune. Alright, so now it's just loading it up, of course. This is one of my favorite games actually in my Steam library right now. Let me start off with a little... From the wolf to bear, the clans declare the time has come to take the throne. For rots creeping and twists are king, heroes rise, save Armello. This is the palace. The king is in the dead center of it. Alright, so now we choose a quest. And each quest will always have either a spirit stone, which is that, a I can't think of the word. What do they call them in this game? A follower. A follower, which can give you benefits. So this is an alchemist, so... Oh, there we go, you can hover over it. So he gives you 1 random stat, and it changes each turn. So each turn you get 1 random stat, which is this right down here. Or you can get a treasure, the Lionheart Breastplate. So in this case, in battle, +2 shield, so basically +2 protection, and the wearer never retreats. So that's kind of a mechanic in the game. But so this is where you kind of decide how you want to win the game, or this is a good starting place. So if you want to go for like a fight victory, you want to get as many of these fight points as you can. If you want to go for more of a trying to think here. If you want to go for a Spirit Stone victory, you want to go for these quests so you can get Spirit Stones. And as you can see here, each symbol matches what your reward will get be. So in this case, I'll have 1 more card I can carry plus get 1 prestige. And in this one, I get 1 sword and 1 prestige. Or in this one, I get 1 magic, or in this case, it's called spirit. And this is okay. Yeah, I'll get to these stats in a minute. This is spirit, and then 1 prestige. So each quest will give you 1 prestige, no matter what. So I'm going to go for. Let's go for the Spirit Stone. And then that's my quest objective right there. That's where I need to go. Down here, this is your gold. So I have 4 gold. This is my magic points. So this is how much magic I have. So I have 3. This is my prestige, which I have 0 because I haven't done anything to earn prestige. And this is my rot, and similarly I haven't done anything to earn rot. Now, there's different tiles. Here I can kind of zoom out a little bit. There's the plains, which do nothing. They're just indifferent. There's villages, or settlements, which give you money, 1 gold per dawn. There's mountains, which they give you a bonus in defense in battle, but they also take 2 action points. And these are my action points right here. I get 3 of them. But since I have that special... Oh no, I didn't take it. No, yeah, since I do have the special ability, it'll only take 1. This is a dungeon. This is where you can go and explore. It'll automatically explore for you, and you'll get either a card, or gold, or magic, or sometimes a Bane, which is like kind of the evil character in the game. Let's see, right here you have a swamp, and this takes away 1 health each time you walk on that tile. So if I walk there, I lose 1 hit point. If I walk there and then back, I lose another hit point. So it's not like you can just walk over it and only lose 1. It's per turn or whatever. It's per time you walk on it. Then you have the forest here, which provides stealth at night, and in some characters it actually gives them magic at dawn if you're on that tile. These are called the Druid Stone Circles. These restore health, and they also will sometimes spawn Spirit Stones. So if you're wanting a Spirit Stone victory, you want to kind of hang around these a little bit. Let's see, are there any other tiles that I'm missing? I think that's about it. And then you have the castle right here, or the palace. That's not till much later. There are a certain amount of turns in the game, and I can get into that in a little bit. If you look at this little flag right here, with the little kind of, I don't know what you call that, a rat skull or something, that's actually a peril. So if I were to go on that tile, I would have to encounter this first and have to beat this before I explore the dungeon. So depending on how many, like, there's can be bones and more spikes and stuff, and the more stuff, basically the more intricate the picture, the more difficult the challenge is. Let's see if there's any that are... No. Yeah, they're all the same. So each person starts off in their own little corner, so I'm right here. Brune is right there. Mercurio's up here. And Barnaby's over here. So, yeah. Here's my hand, my hand of cards. And each card is different. So it has a symbol. It has a value to use whatever, sorry, words are escaping me. Whatever the card says to do, this is how much it costs to do that thing. So in this case, this is actually a trap. So if I were to play this here, I'll play it right here. So if a character lands on this and they do not beat the peril, it'll steal 1 gold, and if they can't pay, it'll steal equipped items. So if I throw that here, I can't play from the clan grounds. Alright, I'll move out once so I can actually do stuff. So that plops that peril down. And as you can see, this peril is pretty easy. It doesn't have any spikes. It's very, very plain looking compared to the other ones. These gold colored cards are items, so I can equip these. So in this case, in battle, first rolled sword pierces opponent's shields, which basically means it ignores any shield, the first shield that the opponent has. And then this one is battle armor, so I lose a die, so basically I have, and if I normally would have 4, I'd only get 3, but I get 2 defense. And then here's another trap, and these cards are red, they're called trickery cards. These are called item cards, these gold ones. And then these green ones are magic cards. And all heart cards in the target's hands change to shield symbols. And this little symbol right here is magic. So it'll cost 1 and I have 3, so I could play that to a character. Now these cards actually come in handy in battle, as well as outside of battle, so on just a regular map they come in handy. So let's just play a couple rounds here. So I just got myself a settlement, so not this next turn, but the next turn it will give me some cash. And as you can see, each person takes their turn. And he failed the peril, and he lost 2 magic, it looks like. And he decided to go into the swamp. I don't think I can choose the difficulty of this game, so it is whatever it is. Alright, so now we're moving into the nighttime cycle of the game. Each night, the king accumulates 1 rot. And if you're playing a rot victory, there's a Bane. That's like the evil minions of the game. And now, since I equip that one, or I use that 1 card, I get to pick a card. And I'm going to pick an item. So that's actually a pretty decent one, because that removes 1 die. And this is your inventory, so you get 3 different gold cards in here. And your party are the blue cards, which we haven't seen yet. But and as you can see, I'm stealth here, I'm kind of shadowy. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore this dungeon and see if I can get something good. And I got some magic points, and I'm up to 6. So that was actually a good a good turn. Now, here I'm at my quest, so you can pick. Basically, I can just automatically finish the quest with no penalty, but I do get my automatic prestige and my automatic card, my automatic wit is what these are called. Or I have a 50% chance of doing this piece right here to get a spirit stone. So I have a 50% chance of getting a spirit stone or losing 2 health. So I think I'm going to do it because that's the whole point of coming here, was to get a spirit stone. And then this is just automatic. There's nothing you can do about it. Kind of just random. And I got it. So I get the spirit stone. So no matter what, you always get these rewards. Whatever this will be, like fight, heart, or I mean fight, body, wits, or spirit. And you'll always get 1 prestige. And then this one is the random. Either you'll get it or you won't, basically. So now we have 1. We're 1/4 of the way to finishing that piece of the game. So, nope, he's attacking me. Now this is the battle arena. Since it's nighttime, I get an extra die apparently, and I get an extra defense because I'm on a mountain tile. Now normally this actually will burn down. You have a certain amount of time to make any moves, but I have it just infinite. So what I can do now is this is where these symbols come into play. So because this is a sword, if I play this and I burn it, it's called burning your cards. So if I burn this, I will automatically have a sword up here, but at the expense of losing 1 dice. Or 1 die, however you say that. This one, I can use this one to get a shield, and it'll automatically give me some defense. And you want to always try and have at least as much defense as they have swords. So he only has 1 and 1, but he has 3 dice coming up here. So I'm going to, just for fun, just kind of show how it works. I'll just burn this card. As you can see, I only have 3 dice left, but I do have an automatic sword, so I have an automatic attack. So we're kind of even right now. No one's going to win, no one's going to lose. And we just flick the mouse to roll the dice. And this is going to go too fast for me to explain what happens, but... So nothing happened. He had as much defense as I had attack, and same for me. So now this guy right here, he's saying, hey, I have a quest for you. Ooh. Okay, so someone's scouting me, so they're going to track where I'm going. Or they get to see where I'm going. And we want to get another spirit stone. Okay, so we need to head up there. Alright, in the morning, the king loses 1 hit point. Now this part of the turn, someone gets to pick between 2 cards, and that will have different effects depending on what the card says, and whoever has the most prestige gets to pick what card, pick one of those cards. So he must add 2 or 3 prestige. I have no cards left apparently, so let's take another item. Let's take a couple magic cards, because I do have a little bit of magic at my disposal. So it's kind of a mix of... Oh, that's right, I have 6 cards now because I won that quest, so... Or I finished the quest. So, let's see here. 2 bonus dice in battles and perils on scouted targets, so I don't have any scouted, so that doesn't really help me. This could... I'm going to play this, so this will give me 1 more action point, not this turn, but next turn. Now, that restores health, that gives you 4 health back. If either hero attacks, okay, they'll be given a bounty, and a bounty is basically, you get a bounty placed on your head, and if you find that person and kill them, you get the reward for the bounty, so whatever that reward is what you get, so... And then this is you play to a creature. Up here tells you exactly how you should play it. So you play to a creature, which means another character. They get 1 action health point, but they lose 1 health. So if someone only has 1 hit point left, you could use this and they would die and you would get prestige. So there's some strategy involved to how you play your cards. There's actually a lot of strategy. So this one you play to a hero, which means you can only play it to yourself or other characters. This one you can play to anybody. And same thing with that, play to a hero. And this one is equipable, so you can only equip that. So let's start heading towards, let's go and look at the peril here. So we only need 2 symbols. We need a sword symbol and a shield symbol, and the different symbols mean different things. Actually, it has a pretty good representation of all the symbols here. So this is a shield. That means it'll give you a shield if it lands on that. This is rot, so that gives you nothing, basically. This is like a dead side of the dice. This is a tree, and if it's... I can't remember who gets the tree for an attack. I don't know if it's everybody or if it's certain classes or clans. This is a sword, so this will give you an attack. And then this is the sun, and if it's daytime, it'll give you another sword dice, or it'll act like an attack point. And then there's a moon, which we can't see, and if it's nighttime, that will give you an attack point. And same thing, just like in battle, we can burn cards to help us out. So I could technically play, nothing. I don't have anything that would actually be helpful, so none of my symbols match the symbols here, and that's what you want. So we'll just roll the dice and hope for the best, or else they're going to steal 2 cards. And we didn't do it, so they get 2 cards from my hand. And, okay, that's not too bad. Alright, so that's apparel. Not the clothes. Apparel. I'll stop that. Alright, so I think this is good. I think this is a good introduction to the game. Next time, I will play a full game of Armello and go over anything I might have missed. But I hope this was somewhat educational and entertaining. So next time we will start over and play a full game of Armello. Until then.